Let's have a look in Dave's low box and see. Now I prefer, if I'm low fishing for chub, I prefer to use cranks. Same when I'm trout fishing, but I prefer to use cranks, and straight away from Dave's selection he's got a box full of cranks.
Yeah, I do the same, to be honest. You can, these, such as these little mark out and alphabets, they're really heavy for the size. They cast like a bullet, and you can underarm them under trees, under features, under bushes, and keep your rod tip up, and they'll just swim shallow, foot deep, just under the surface.
Cheap.
Yeah, cheap. £2.50 Mark knocks them out for, and they're bomb proof as well. They're pretty solid. You can cast them against stuff like this bridge, and they just bounce off them. I'm not saying they're indestructible, but you can certainly clip a bridge a few times and it'll come back perfectly fine. I mean, some of these are absolutely battered, and they still work just fine. Couple of other bits. If they're really shallow, or they're up on surface and they're taking stuff off surface, you've got these little beasties. I'm not sure if these are available anymore. If you speak to Mark, if he gets enough people that's wanting them, he might knock a batch up. These are what's called a turbo tadpole, and they were actually designed by Martin Smith originally, of MS Custom Flies fame. He used to knock these out and passed it on to Mark Outton, and Mark Outton were knocking them out, and they're just a little surface crankbait. They just wobble across top, bit of a wake, and they've got a wiggly tail on back. And say if chub are up on surface and they're up for surface baits, they'll take them. Some more Mark Outton stuff. The theme continues.
Are you sponsored by Mark Outton by any chance?
No, mate. They're just good quality, value for money.
Are you seeking sponsorship by Mark? All right.
No. They just work,
yeah,
mate.
Exactly. I've got loads of Mark Outton stuff to work.
They're affordable.
Yeah.
They work, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
These are the XL chunky minnows. Not so good when it's quite fast. They tend to get affected a lot by flow, but when it's a bit steadier, deep pools, they'll catch chub and perch and what have you as well. And that's just some more. These ones. These are a slightly bigger version that I had Mark make for me myself of. I can't remember what he called them, but I had a mini one, and I used to catch trout on it quite well, and I used it for chub, and I just felt that a bigger one would be perfect, and I had Mark knock me some of them up, and they're just a shallow surface crankbait. That's all.
It's nice.
And for you, mate.
Yep, nice that.
Salmon on it.
Catch fish, trout and chub.
Yeah, and perch.
Perch, yeah. But I mean, if we quickly get my box out, I think I've seen my lows plenty of times. The massive difference between mine and yours straight away is size. And I'm on about lows here.
Bigger's always better, mate.
Yep, so I look at my lows. I've got a lot of little salmos, yogis, just really small stuff. And compare them. So you can see straight away, chub out too worry about size of a low. You will actually catch them on pike lows. I've had them on 19cm 4-players and things like that, so they do take a bait, so don't worry about size of your low.
I've had them on Ever Faithful, your favourite, jointed Rapala. I've had chub come up and take them. They'll if they're up for it, they'll take it. Simple as.
So there's no real right or wrong low that you can see there. There's loads of lows. They'll all catch
just
catch fish.
Pretty
more
shallow diving, that's all you want. These sort of streams and rivers, and they're not massively deep, a foot, 2 foot, 3 foot deep in pools. You'll see later on footage, chub are sat on the gravels, on shallows, under trees. So you don't need note that goes massively deep.
Where that salmon, it's a good lure. If you start using that on this venue, you're going to dig in straight into weed, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's about suiting your lures
very scenic gravel.
Suiting your lures to your venue, so having a selection. Careful on it. You had a follow that? Yeah. You had a follow that. It just sort of came and turned away. Nice fish. Maybe 2.5 to 3 pounder.
Spooked as soon as low hit water.
Did you see one?
Yeah, it was sat at the back of that tree on top of gravel. As soon as low went in, it just swam off. Barbel. What's that? Barbel.
I'll just get on camera. Yeah, chub was good.
Yeah, really shallow chub was the one. There's another one up there.
It comes then.
Follow up the Barbel.
Full of fish, mate.
Oh, shallow Barbel.
Yeah.
What a fucking shallow Barbel.
See it tail?
Flash. There's some big chub up there.
Yeah, just try and pick it out, mate, if you can. So we're going to get one chance. All spooked. Still there, they've only moved. Chub was still there, mate. Just take your time, because there's loads, just take your time. I forgot Barbel's a lovely piece, isn't it?
Chub was chasing lure. They were coming straight after it and it
I
just
didn't see
spooked
that,
off
I
it.
couldn't see that.
Two of them just...
Why don't you try it Yogi, because it's only small and thingy. And not as much noise. Because they all just like...
Chub was still at the back. Still in
There's 3 Barbel, 4 Barbel there.
There's a massive shoal on the boat.
Oh, hi, Jesus.
There's a dozen on it.
Yeah. See, keep it. I'm upset, but then chub were a nice one that came in there.
Oh, fucking sorry. I'm alright.
Actually, a nice second Barbel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What? There's a right shoal
There's a
about
big chub at back of them. Yeah.
I can probably put this on at Barbel. Yeah, that's a big chub. Just a look at.
Coming again, but stopped. All of them followed it right, then did it. Well, that was a Barbel. Might have been a Barbel that moved then. Trying to film and watch at the same time, it's not easy. It's looking, it's looking. It's looking. You haven't spooked it, it's just... Right.
The bigger one come out.
Yeah, very nice fish then.
Just seeing that swim back to that tree.
That's some shoal of Barbel, isn't it?
It's like me and Kylie just saying it's how it's saying when you haven't got gear with you. That's when you see it fishing you.
I know where to go barbel fishing now.
Yeah. Travel light, don't you? Same thing, it's like low fishing but travel light and just pocket full of bait and off you go. And like I say, spot on.
That's the way on here.
Yeah. That's where you get that big one, don't you? That's where you get that big one, that one, small ones.
You know full well a chub's going to nail it,
Anyway, well,
don't you?
I have come for chub, but if you catch a chub, it don't count though, because you've been trying for Barbel. And chub were nice. Came out.
I know.
Bit of whip to them.
This is the same swim where I had free from.
Yeah.
But there were no Barbel here, obviously. But this is the swim where I had them all from before. It were all massively overgrown. Now I'm sort of like casting over top at weeds blind.
Do you see that? There's still one straight in the middle in front of you. But they all dropped downstream then, didn't they? Yeah. There's a chub. You see that? Yeah. That's what you want, that chub. Yeah, see him come out. There's absolutely loads of chub here, mate. No. I'm filming a humongous chub, I don't want to upset you. Well, that's what it came for. Tell you what, you want to be back for them Barbel this afternoon. Not tonight, this evening, sorry.
Where's this grocery shop? Go and buy all these like maggots.
Right below your feet, right edge of that weed line, there's one just going running right along that weed line, to left. And that's a bream. Yeah, it is a bream. Catch that?
Yeah. Unlucky.
You're starting now. Yeah.
Well, that were entertaining for 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yes. Get that net. That net's under. Oh, that's straight lead.
Come on, get this end down there.
It's fish, mate. Steps here for you.
Yeah, steps on top. Go on, get down there.
It rolls up, Dave.
Well, net, mate. If Gilly had knock about, we'd get it here, wouldn't we?
Don't knock it off with net, Carl, will you, when you get down?
Kyle, it's got steps. Get down and get it.
Don't get that net on.
Come on, knock about, mate. Come on. There, look, pot taking. Come on.
Knocked it off. So
Get in. We got it, what? Are we in?
You should be able to see something on screen if you want to when you fish out. Nice. Everyone wants to know what lure it is that's done it in end.
Ever faithful, mate. Perfect for these little streams and rivers and what have you when I get up Saturday. Show you. Ever faithful. Mark Houghton. Alphabet.
Simple like that.
That's it. Cast like, weigh quite heavy for the size, cast like a bullet. You can flick them under these trees and between bits of weed. Keep rod tip up and they'll stay pretty shallow. That one plopped on water, turned handle twice and it just shot out and nailed it.
Do it falling. Just give me a nudge when you're going to cast, won't you? It's just nice watching a minute. I get one chance, Dave, to destroy the swim. Where's net? Is it ready? Dave, pick the big one out. How many is there? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I've just done 15 there.
hopefully it doesn't.
You ready?
Get ready for commotion. Spook some more. Not easy to get. It's not your big shoal from earlier, is it? Look at that big one over there, it says.
They're not feeding fish.
No, we're not. If they were feeding, we're that bunch to be hammering it because they'll be all competing to beat each other.
That big one's coming.
Yeah, hasn't it? Ooh, look at them. Ooh.
Is that big perch still there?
Oh, take it, that's a nice fish. No, it isn't there.
Is that perch still there?
Not interested.
It looked in it, but
Not interested in the slightest, is it?
Dancing around the tail, that's all.
right, I've met up with Dave and Kyle. We're just doing a bit of perch bashing on canal. Just to give you a bit of a follow up from this video, because I'm sure, like most of you after watching that footage, your mouth was a bit watering, especially when it blows Barbel. And I think, especially for those lads that know Dave, will have known that he was dying to get back, and we had a conversation, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
Well, I was never going to leave them alone for 1 minute. So Tuesday, after the Sunday, I went down at Trent. Trent's really low and clear on a minute. It's really on its arse, and there weren't a great deal happening. And I come back with half a bucket full of bait left. So rather than waste it, Wednesday morning I grabbed my Polaroids, went straight back down onto the river where we'd seen these Barbel, and they were still there. So puts a bit of bait in this swim and expect them to spook off, or at least move out at swim as soon as I put it in. Put a couple of handfuls in, and they moved straight onto it and started having a chew, started milling about over the top of pellet and boiler. So Wednesday tea time come, and I was chomping at the bit, so I grabbed some gear and off I went. Straight back up to the same area, baited my rod up, the PVA bag on, and I stood there in grass watching these Barbel milling about over gravel, and I'm thinking, as soon as I flick this rig in water and it splashes down, they're just going to spook and move off. Lo and behold, they didn't. Went in with a nice plop, right on money, top at gravel, and I crouched down in grass, put rod on rest, and straight away it said rod tips going tap tap, fish knocking into it, attacking PVA bag basically to get at the bait. And we in 5 minutes, rod just hooked round. and that were it. Game on, fish on. And it run me ragged a bit, fruit streamer weed and what have you. And to be honest, I proper bullied it, and it were in net in no time before it even knew what were happening. And it weighed 11.5 pound of prime Yorkshire mussel.
And that
insert picture of Barbel.
Yeah. I mean that Barbel as well. You think wasn't the biggest one that we saw as well? Not out of those fish. I still think there's one bigger. So
yeah,
it shows you what you can
definitely. I've been back since a couple of times, and there's still Barbel knocking about. There's Barbel in the general vicinity, and that shoal of Barbel is still in that same swim, and there's definitely a bigger fish than that 11.5 that I had. Couple of swims further down I put some bait in as well, and when I were there yesterday morning I had 3 double figure Barbel cruising fruit swim come and sit straight over the top of my rig, and I can see it's crystal clear water as you've seen on footage. It's really clear, you can see fish, and just as one Barbel were about to mouth my bait, a little chub about 2 pounds shot from nowhere and smacked bait from under Barbel's nose, hooked itself and spooked him, and that was that. So rig wise it was just caught on a standard bolt rig, 2-ounce lead on a lead clip. I generally use a running lead, but because it's weedy and quite snaggy, I went for a bolt rig on a lead clip, just purely so that if it run me into snags it could drop lead, and hopefully it pull through streamer weed, and that's pretty much what it did. It got its head into streamer weed, popped lead off, and I were able to just slide it through streamer weed and into net. 18-inch hook length, 12-pound braid to a size 6 hook. Again, a bit bigger than what I normally use, but I was using double boilie on a long hair, and that was simply to try and avoid chub. There's a lot of chub in that river. You start hooking chub and it just spooks boilie. With a big bait like that on a long hair, chub will pick boilie up and they'll drop it, or they'll just mouth it in the lips, and once they feel tension it just pings out of the mouth and they'll leave it alone. It's still in situ for Barbel. Boilies I were using, they're a new bait currently on test from the hook bait company, and that's a new bait called Nimrod. That's due for release in November time, and there's been a lot of Barbel, not just off of the Trent, off other rivers as well, all up and down country, and it's definitely one to watch.